Why did I quit 2K18? Playing as the Wizards, defensive awareness at 100. Held defense at 100. Everything's at 100. Layup defense is at 100. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. What are we playing? On-ball defense is at 100. What are we doing? Why are we still playing this game? Come on, guys. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of my time. What are we really doing? It's not basketball. It's definitely not NBA basketball.
That the real is on the rise. Fuck them other guys. I even gave them a chance to decide. Now it's something they know. They know, they know, they know.
So yeah, what's going on, guys? Shady. And yeah, that was me kind of venting what it's been like to tweak 2K. So, we're going to talk a little bit about, my sliders, the state of them. If you check the title of the video, it's why I'm done with 2K, 2K18 rather. I'm not saying I'm done with 2K for good. Might be, but you never know. So just the first things first, for the people that don't want to hear me rant, I got a version 3 of my slider set in the description, complete with the MyLeague Sliders. And now, mind you, this is not a completely new set. This is really just a set with some changes that I felt made the game more fun for me, in my style. So it's really no different from 2, minus a few changes. So if you don't like this, you can go back to 2. It's really up to you, but this will absolutely be my last update for 2K18. So, feel free to check that out in the description. So, I guess the real question is why is that? And let me say this. I have never played less 2K basketball in a year than I have this year. So, this game has just got so many problems that can't be fixed with sliders. Just don't enjoy it. It's simple as that. I'm not going to sit here and say it's anything other than that. The first issue that everyone knows about, obviously, just too easy to get into the paint. Games turn into uncompetitive layup fests. It's just not fun. It's easy to drive. It's easy to dunk. It's just annoying. It's arcadey, and you guys know me, I'm all about sim, and I don't like that. Obviously, a lot of people say, hey, 2K17, it was too hard to get in the paint. Well, 2K decided that it needs to be easier in 2K18 for the casuals, and ruined the game. There's no other way for me to put it. Take into account my second issue with the game, and mind you, this has been an issue in the game for a while now. I have there's no fouls, and there's no turnovers. It's just so unrealistic. Now, don't get me wrong, you can get fouls as the user, but how many times you see the CPU shooting a free throw in this game? No matter what you do with the sliders, the CPU's not going to attack the rim, CPU's not going to be aggressive, and they're not going to get foul calls. So it's pretty lame in that aspect. The numbers are ridiculous. It ruins the games. It ruins the score of the games. There's no reward for the CPU going into the paint and being aggressive, and that's why they don't do it. So it's very annoying. The turnovers have been an issue for years. You've never been able to get realistic turnover numbers, and I feel like that's just one of the sim things that kind of gets swept under the rug because enough people don't complain about it, and 2K really doesn't seem interested in fixing that either. And obviously, just the thing that turns me up the most about the game is just, I feel like just the CPU just doesn't exploit mismatches. They don't play to their strengths. If you need to see an example of this, just play against the Cavs. Watch LeBron James. It's terrible. You know what I mean? And it shoots jumpers the whole game. Like fadeaway post jumpers all game, when in real life, he's going to attack the paint. And so, it's sad that they can't replicate that or don't put any effort into replicating that. You know, it just goes to show you the lack of realism, but more so the lack of care from the developer here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and complain about all these things and not provide a solution. And unfortunately, I think the solution, they had the solution and they just got rid of it. The solution to this is very easy, and I've been saying it for years. Make the sliders work. That's what I do. I do sliders. When the sliders don't work, there's less things that we can do. I don't understand why devs don't put more effort into sliders. It lets us fix their mistakes. In 2K17, they said it was too hard to drive to the rim. In 2K18, obviously, I'm saying it's too easy. There's an on-ball defense slider. Make it work. If on-ball defense is at 100, I don't care who's guarding me on ball. I shouldn't be able to get by him. Simply put, that's how it should be. If on-ball defense is at 0, I don't care if Gary Payton's guarding me. I should be able to blow by him. Make the sliders work. It's all we ask. I said the same thing for years with Madden. They always had pass coverage issues, and they had a pass coverage slider that didn't work. And I was like, hey, with the slider at 100, make every cornerback play like Deion Sanders. With the pass coverage slider at 0, make the defensive backs play like the Patriots did in the Super Bowl. Sorry, I had to get that little shot in there. Go Eagles. But I mean, it's so simple to me, and these devs just don't get it. I don't think it's that they don't get it. I think it's that they don't care. That really is what I think. I think that pretty much if you're not playing this game for my career and buying VC, they don't care about you as a gamer. And my response to that is, if you don't care about me as a gamer, I don't care about your product. And simple as that. You know, like I said, I'm not saying I'm done with 2K forever, but I can tell you what, I'm not going to buy 2K19 at launch, and it's going to be the first time in years it's been like that. I'm not saying I'm done with 2K forever, but I can tell you what, I'm going to give the new live game, whatever they come out with, a long, hard look, because I have to. Because you no longer provide the product that has given me joy over years. And you know, that's such a big thing, and I think that's their mindset. Hey, no, they're not buying VC, we don't want to hear from them. No, just the effort that they put out this year in the overall actual basketball game is pathetic to me, and it's very unfortunate. And you know what? Another thing, I wouldn't make a video like this that's this negative without you know, saying who I believe is responsible. And most people will probably say, oh, the person that's responsible is 2K. And you know what? I'm actually not. I'm being honest. Sim basketball at this point is probably dead, but we got to talk about who killed it. And I would argue that the sim community, and I say sim community, I put that in air quotes, they have to have some type of responsibility for it. Let me tell you something. If 2K, and we have the example with 2K12, that game was terrible. When 2K was launching games that had terrible physics and the ball warping through people and all that, guys with much bigger YouTube channels than mine were out here making videos and talking about it and condemning 2K. What happened in recent years? A couple of those guys started, you know, getting invited out to play the game early by 2K. Maybe this year I'm not going to say anything negative about 2K because I might not get that invite to get flown out. The guys that used to hold 2K and all these other companies and Madden and all them to a standard, they got bought out. I mean, and I'm sorry, that's just what I see, and that's what anybody paying attention should see. So as a community, we had a responsibility to defend our game and defend our games, rather. Sim gaming, sim football. I used to do Madden sliders, NCAA sliders, and no, we traded that off for EA and 2K flying guys out and letting them play the game early. And then even guys were making videos, in my opinion, lying about the quality of the game. Like, you call this sim? You played this? You know what I mean? And called this sim. I don't get it. But, you know, I'm definitely not going to call anybody out by name, but I just felt like there was a lot of that going on before 2K18 came out. A lot of guys played this game early, and we had no idea that this game was so bad for offline players. Now, I will say this, 2K19, definitely not buying it at launch. I can tell you that right now, not pre-ordering or anything like that. But until I hear from people that I trust, sim people, you know what I mean, that they've improved on some of these aspects. Can we get turnovers in the game? Can we get the right amount of free throws in the game? I remember 2K, I think it was 2K17, they actually put out a patch that completely revamped the free throw slider, the shooting foul slider. Why didn't we get that this year? Why didn't we get a patch that addressed the on-ball defense slider? Why? And so that's my question, and it's unfortunate that we're stuck with this game. Nothing changed. I still paid $60, but this year, like I said, I've played so little 2K. I have so little interest in 2K. I really just wanted to drop this video for people that were waiting on an update to my set, and then go from there. You know what I mean? That was the biggest thing for me. But going forward, I mean, we're going to be talking a lot more regular basketball on the channel. Definitely want to talk a little bit about Villanova and their championship that they just won. Another local one for the Philly area, which is huge. But 2K, man, I mean, I never thought I'd be making this video. The guys that have been on this channel and following me know how much of a fan, a 2K fan I have been. Not a fan, you know what I mean? I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't make money off of this. I did sliders because I loved it, and it really turned into nothing but a stressful endeavor with 2K18, and I hope that with 2K19 maybe they can bring me back and change my mind. And that's a challenge to other 2K gamers and the quote-unquote sim community, to hold them to that standard. I just never thought I'd be making this video when all this stuff was going on with Madden, and they were making terrible games year after year. You know, the solution was always, bring 2K back, bring NFL 2K back. Nah, guys, I don't think that's the solution, because it turns out they're not a whole lot better than EA. With the VC and just the exploitation of the community, it's rough, man. It really is. So I hate to end the video on such a negative note. I will be doing more YouTube. We'll be uploading with a little bit more frequency. I know I've said that in the past, but trust me, this time is going to be true. I'm going to be talking a little bit more, and we'll see where things go with 2K. But you know, for now, enjoy these sliders, and it's Shady signing off.